Hi, Denise here of Diva Pilates and Wellness. Today is day number 28 of the 30-day health and wellness video challenge. It is countdown time now. Today I'm going to talk to you about what I've discovered lately called Shinrin Yoku. Another name for it is forest bathing. And come to find out, I've actually been doing this and didn't even know that that's what it was called. I'm going to get back to you on that because first I want to talk to you about something else here. I know you've been noticing that there's a lot of businesses out now that talk about coaching, business coaching, and things like that. But I have to say that business coaching is not a new thing as people seem to think it is. Actually, they used to go by another name, and it was actually called a consultant or consulting services. You hear about like a lot of startup businesses back in the 70s and 80s will go to a business consultant. There are people who call themselves consultants, and they help people set up their businesses and give them ideas and help them marketing and things like that. The same thing that a business coach does today. And in this day and time, we really need business coaches. And I'm so glad that I have a business coach, Coach Carmen of Sharing the Bliss, because even though my business is pretty much straightforward, there is so many other things that she brought to my mind that I didn't even think about if it wasn't for her coaching me and asking me specific questions to let me know what I should be thinking about and things that I should also have in place for my business. And if it wasn't for her asking me that, I could have just been going down the road that I had been going down and not really realizing that I had a lot of other products and services and trainings to offer, but didn't even think about it until she brought it to my attention. So a business coach is good to have. So if you're starting up a new business or you already have a business and you find that you're struggling to move from one level to the next, it might be a good investment for you to actually invest in a business coach and see what kind of enhancements you can get for your business and what kind of different marketing ideas you may be able to get for your business, because there's so much more to what you do that can be brought out with the right questions asked. And a good business coach, a good yes, business coach can actually help you with that. And I'm telling you, Coach Carmen of Sharing the Bliss, www.sharingthebliss, I think that she would be a very good choice for a lot of people who are out there struggling, trying to get their businesses afloat. So just thought I'd put that in your ear. Now, back to Shinrin Yoku, or as they call it, forest bathing. Now, what this is you're in a forest-like setting or a park that has a lot of trees, similar to the park that I go to, Wheatway Park in Newark. And what you do is instead of just walking through and concentrating on the physical aspect of it as far as getting in shape and or losing weight, which is why most people go and walk in that park. You focus more on the environment around you, like the water and the trees and the sky and the animals and flowers and the sounds and the smells of the actual area where you're walking, the forest, if you want to call it that, or a well-treed park where you're walking, a really, really grassy area along the trail where you're walking. These things you can actually concentrate on. Unknown to me, I was already doing this, but didn't really know that I was doing that particular type of walking, forest bathing as they call it. So it's definitely going to be something I plan to do further research into. But the funny thing is, as I just called it by a different name, I called it meditation walking, and I actually have that as a service as far as my personal training. When my clients want to go out to the park, I usually take them. They're either going to go for the walk where we're doing the interval training, where it's just all focused on the fitness and the movement, and that's it, Or we go for what I call a meditation walk, and we're stopping and we're looking at the scenery, and I'm taking pictures, and if they feel like they'll take pictures and just really enjoy the environment where they are. And there are bonuses to that, believe it or not. There's actually, in addition to the obvious, where you feel a lot calmer when you come out of there. You feel relaxed and happy when you come out. At least I do. I always feel happy every time I finish walking in that park. But you get a boost to your immune system. Your blood pressure gets controlled. You release anxiety. If you're angry when you get in that park, you cannot come out of it angry. You're just in a whole different state of mind when you come out. But there are things that you have to keep in mind. It's a slow walk. It's not a fast, speeded up walk. It's a very slow type of walking. And you don't want to have too many things that are going to distract you, like your phone ringing, or you got a headphone on your head, you're listening to music, and you're not really paying attention to what's going on around you. And I see people sometimes, they go in there and they're walking because you can see it in their whole attitude is like, oh well, doc told me I have to do this because I gotta lose weight, or I'm just getting too big, I gotta lose weight. So they're only focused on that physical aspect of it, and they have headphones on and they're just looking straight ahead. There's no head turning to look to the side of or anything, or concentrate on the view. And I understand that because I walk that way too sometimes when I go there. But for some reason this past summer, well, this summer, because summer's not over yet. Shh, let me try to brush the summer. Anyway, I just had started to notice how beautiful the park actually is, and I would just slow down my walk, and sometimes I would just be totally rooted in place, just snapping pictures and looking around and noticing the sky and how the sky connects with the trees and the water and the reflection and the birds and the flowers. And I'm really just all caught up in it, and felt so good when I finished, and happy, smiling, taking the pictures and recording what I was doing in there, and showing the views of where I'm actually walking in there. It really did something for me that was really, really a wonderful, wonderful thing. So look to hear more about this type of Shinrin Yoku or forest bathing walking from Diva Pilates and Wellness, because I definitely plan to include it. And here's the bonus part of this. This type of walking uses 3 of the Pilates principles. So that means doing that type of walking to supplement your Pilates workout. Oh my goodness, this is really amazing. I can imagine, because I know I have gone to that park after I have done my Pilates workout for the day, or maybe trained with a client for the day. And I usually work out right along with my client. I don't just leave them working out by themselves unless they really, really need help. So I'm basically working out right along with them. So whenever I finish doing my workout, either at home or with a client, I always like to go to the park and walk. And now I understand why I was so drawn to it, because 3 of those principles, which we'll definitely get into those Pilates principles, but not today. Well, that's another video for you. I don't know if it's going to be a part of this 30-day, but you will hear about those Pilates principles and how they apply to what you do. But the walking, that type of walking, and Pilates, really, they're like an organic blend. Really, really, really great combination, those 2 type of programs. And don't think because when the winter time comes you can't do it, because what can happen is you bring the outside in, and now you'll have to use your visual your visual imagination, where you can actually close your eyes and visualize yourself walking through a park like that after you do your Pilates workout. So you don't have to miss it just because it's winter. You can still get that, or you can film your walk and then come home and play it and watch it and visualize, so you can still get the same benefit. Amazing, isn't it? So that's what I wanted to talk to you about today, and you will definitely hear more about that. Meanwhile, this is Denise of Diva Pilates and Wellness, divawellness.wix.com/Diva Pilates. That's my website. Go on there and take a look around. Leave me your information so I can add you to my list so you can get my newsletter when I start producing those. So definitely leave me your information so that you can have that. Okay, meanwhile, stay blessed and stay well. Bye bye.